Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de Asiedu yopo.
Incoming, outgoing, we acknowledge your presence and the work you continue to do. Kudos. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of members of the creative art industry as well as the entertainment industry as well. Your work is very critical. Thank you. And of course, Nime and Naime, I acknowledge your presence. Next, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the National Chairman, Chairman General, General 1, the Honorable Asiedu Nketia.
Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, in order to save time, permit me to write on the protocols beautifully established by my. Let me begin by saying that today marks a very important landmark towards our march towards victory 2024. And on occasions like this, we must assess ourselves and identify the risks ahead of our journey to victory. I don't intend to spoil the mood, but let me say that we are happy that the polls are projecting a massive victory for us, both for President Mahama and for a resounding majority in Parliament in 2025. But I like to caution that polls results alone don't constitute victory for any political party. And we must be aware that our opponents have a lot of money and they are going into the vote market with a lot of looted cash. One of the first major risks that we face is to pretend to compete with them in the game of vote buying. No matter what we do, we cannot mobilize enough resources to be able to compete with them in money politics. And indeed, they will be happy if we move the battle away from principles, from integrity, from honesty and truthfulness to the battle of who pays higher. So I like to caution all of us that don't let us abandon the tool we are more comfortable with and try to pick the tools that MPP is comfortable with. So let's remain a party of honesty, a party of truth, a party of integrity. And that is the only way we can defeat MPP. The second risk I want us to guard against is the risk of complacency. The polls figures tend to create a picture that we have already won. I like to caution everybody that we have not won yet. We are on the way to victory. But let's guard against complacency. Number 3, because we are already convinced that we are there. A lot of people have begun taking positions and fighting over who will be what in the next government. Indeed, some people are not only fighting about the positions they will occupy, they are telling all others that they will be the kingmakers and they will be making their appointments. If we are not careful, this will dampen the enthusiasm and the spirit of our followers. So I want to assure everybody that we are not there yet. Don't be fighting about positions. And don't be struggling about who will make appointments. Let us all go for the hunting first, and when we kill the game, we now argue about how to share the meat. Finally, a lot of us assume that we have won 2024 and that somehow we have succeeded in governing this country so well that Ghanaians will be willing to return us to power in 2028. So I can see orchestrations and movements towards positioning ourselves for what happens in 2028. I beg you, the name of our game now is Victory December 2024. Let us seek ye first the victory for December 2024, and all other things shall be added unto thee. Thank you very much, and may God bless us all. I wish to congratulate Professor J. Nana Opoku Agyeman for a wonderful day, and we hope, we have the firm belief that the party is solidly behind her and behind President John Dramani Mahama. And we have no doubt at all that he will perform wonders and restore the position of Vice President of the Republic of Ghana to its usual dignity. Thank you very much, and may God bless you.
In the midst of Ghana's bustling landscapes, amid the vibrant rhythms of Komenda, emerged a figure whose legacy resonates far beyond the sandy shores of her homeland. She is Professor Jane Nana Opoku Agyeman, an embodiment of wisdom, a nurturer of minds, and a trailblazer in the realm of education and leadership. Born in Cape Coast, Ghana, Professor Opoku Agyeman's journey is a testament to the power of perseverance and the transformative potential of education. As a daughter of Komenda, she carries with her the spirit of resilience and the values of community that shape her approach to leadership. From the corridors of Wesley Girls High School to the halls of academia at the University of Cape Coast and beyond, Professor Opoku Agyeman has left an indelible mark on the educational landscape of Ghana.
Today, for me, is a day to reflect on the making of history, because history often has many witnesses, and we have the power to be part in the creation and making of that history. Historic decisions aren't always easy decisions or popular decisions to make, but they are important decisions to make.
First of all, I encountered her when I was a student at the University of Cape Coast. After one lecture, she told me, "What are you here for?" I said, "I'm here for a degree." She said, "A degree? Is that the end of it all?" I said, "Well, I don't know the way forward." So she started inspiring me. "You're capable of becoming a a lecturer in this institution, but these are the way forward. Do A, B, C, D. She's someone who creates that cordial atmosphere for anybody to thrive. Take, for example, we are talking about a woman as a vice chancellor who will meet a young lecturer. Jonathan, how are you doing? Are you publishing? Now, it means that she's interested in the way you are micromanaging your affairs to be able to get promoted to the next level. During her time, she was able to encourage early career members of the university to think about their academic progression, to think about their research.
Once Professor asked me to do something for her, then it touched me. That's a woman who cares for the ordinary. He said, can you go to Kolebu and talk to the doctors who take care of cancer of children? Because that's something that she takes personally. And she thinks that, children come with cancers, we have a special place in her heart.
Mr. Kingsley, Prof. by 2000, and I got as a house help. Prof. Oh yes, Ronko. And coffee baby, and I was to some one piece in other prof to one as a crime kai or prof one day. I feel to the mia and tell them why the catcher in Yanka and one of our prisons every.
Her tenure as Minister for Education and groundbreaking achievements as the first female Vice-Chancellor of a state university embody her unwavering commitment to empowering the next generation.
Well, as a young woman who aspires to attain higher heights, I look at Prof and I am convinced that it is not just possible and attainable, but it is doable because obviously she's there.
And so when I think about the work that Prof has done, she wasn't focused about frills of what to change, but she was focused about what do I change today that'll impact students and student learning.
So I was invited to be a speaker at an International Women's Day program, and Prof was the other panelist that I was supposed to be on with. And she sent me an email and did acknowledge that most of the issues I had mentioned about women in the labor market were things that ordinarily people wouldn't think about. And she had learned so much about the challenges and the opportunities. And she will be very happy to be a mentor and a coach to me. But then in her sign out, she also mentioned that she also wouldn't mind me coaching her or mentoring her along certain lines, since my area of specialization is different from her. So it was quite interesting how someone like her would just reach out. It should have been me, trying to reach out to her, but it was the other way around.
And she remains a Power Africa member, a very active Power Africa member. She pays attention to detail, and she likes processes. She likes things that are done in procedural manner and in line with the policies and procedures of any institution.
But beyond her titles and accolades, Professor Opoku Agyeman embodies the essence of a mother figure, guiding and nurturing countless individuals on their journey towards knowledge and enlightenment.
This woman, I would say, is a mother. You make sure that 5 o'clock, 5:30, he said, Alberta, I'm leaving the office. Make sure that you go and take care of your children. So what she will do is that in order to be sure that I've left the office, she will not call my mobile phone. She will call the office line. So it means if somebody picks it, it means I'm still there, we are still there.
Normally when mothers are at home, you can see how calm and serene environment you see at home. And this is exactly what we are going to see in our next government, because it's going to portray the mother nature to mother the nation and support His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to do excellent work.
Prof's appointment as the running mate ushers in a paradigm shift that focuses on competence, tested track records, high moral standards as the basis of, one ascending to the highest office of political, leadership. Yeah, she's a very confident and bold woman in a part of the world. A woman
woman to stand up, to be counted as this, as the first woman to be chosen by a major political party, with her chest out 2 times, without saying no. I think she's confident and she's worthy of emulation by every young Ghanaian woman.
Minda.
And may the heavens rescue this land. We need a...
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the former President of the Republic of Ghana, and by God's grace, the incoming President of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, and your beautiful wife, Lordina Mahama. The running mate of the NDC that we are about to adopt to the world, Prof. Nana Jane Opoku Ajima, acknowledging you. The National Chairman of the NDC, Honorable Johnson Asiedu Nketia, the National, Regional, Constituency, and all executives of the NDC gathered here, all the way down to the branches, the Minority Leader of Parliament, all the members of Parliament who are gathered here, the Chairman of the Council of Elders and all members of the Council of Elders here, the members of the Diplomatic Corps, Nananom, all our religious leaders here, civil society organizations, members of the academia, women living with disability, all women Congress, comrades of the great NDC, fellow countrymen, we want to thank you for the opportunity of coming live to all of you today. It is a very important occasion, not just for the National Democratic Congress, but for this country we all love. It's a country that at the moment is in a state of collapse. And the state of collapse is not just the physical infrastructure or the economy of our country. The real collapse of our country is a moral collapse that we have seen over the last nearly 8 years. The spirit of this beautiful country is at an all-time low. The suffering people of Ghana are looking for an opportunity to breathe again. It was not long ago in America we had a case of somebody who died through suffocation. And his final words was, "I can't breathe." The people of Ghana cannot breathe. The level of pain, the suffering, the hardship, the lies, the dishonesty, the corruption simply is choking Ghana to the maximum level. Today is an opportunity for us to adore our running mate, and we believe that she is in a position to support our flag bearer to be able to start bringing a relief and hope to the people of Ghana. In the last 8 years, we have seen the office that she hopefully is going to assume brought to its lowest level. That office has become an office that is simply the epitome of deception, the epitome of lack of credibility, the epitome of lack of trustworthiness, the epitome of corruption, and the epitome of taking this country to a level where governance has become just a joke. False promises, lies. In you, Nana Jane, we see an individual who is not just about integrity, but an individual who helped to restore that office to the place it used to be. Restore that office, the place Atta Mills of blessed memory took it when he became the vice president of our country. The place where John Dramani Mahama took that office when he became the vice president of this country. In fact, I actually will say, and to a lesser extent, the place that former vice president Aliyu Mahama took that office. That office today has been degraded, has become the epitome of disgrace. And you, Nana Jane, we believe will help restore that office to the place of honor. We know that your heart is in the right place. Your heart is in the right place to help the flag bearer of our party, to help to restore hope again to this country. A place where we do not expect that as vice president you are going to know everything, but at least you have the honor not to lie to the people of Ghana when, for example, we are in what you call energy crisis, and you preside over a country and economic system that lies to the country that there's no problem. Where there is suffering and you lie to the people of Ghana, there's no suffering, everything is fine. It's just Russia and Ukraine. We believe that you will help restore this office to the place it ought to be. Prof. Nana Jane, we wish you well. The people of Ghana look to you in supporting President Mahama. The children of Ghana, the women of Ghana, the totality of Ghana want to see that beautiful office restored to the place it ought to be. We know you will, and we trust that God Almighty will help you on this journey all the way to December 7th, where together with John Mahama, we can restore hope again to our country. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much.
Some of us are vertically challenged, so permit us to always draw the mic down. Before I invite the next speaker, quickly let me acknowledge, of course, the presence of the vanguards of the party and governance, the MPs. So please, let's acknowledge the presence of our members of parliament, the parliamentary candidates.
Whenever I say PENDREAM TV, PENDREAM TV, dear, Asiedu Nketia.